Lesson number 1 in how to speak Chicagoan. First, you put the "ah" in Chicago. And there are two, three things I could teach you, but this one comes right from the heart. And it goes something like this. The weather in Chicago is unpredictable. Unpredictable. And if you don't like the weather now, wait 5 minutes and then go fuck yourself. So I've got a lot of questions. I got a lot of comments from people. A lot of them have been very good. Some of them have been negative. My daughter and my son example said, well, if you want to be on YouTube, you're going to have to use quick jump cuts if you want to be like Jenna Marbles. Well, I don't want to be like Jenna Marbles. Jenna Marbles, she posts a video every Wednesday and gets 3 million hits just like that. And she is fabulous. She is wonderful. She's young and beautiful, a little too old for me. But she is just fabulous and foul-mouthed like a sailor. And I just love her to pieces, just like 3 some odd million people do. And, but me be like Jenna Marbles? What the fuck is that all about? There's also Grace Helbig, Daily Grace is the name of her thing, and she is just exceptionally cute, and it's great watching her sort of dissolve into a life of alcoholism. Here are the questions today. Mark Smith asked, does Chuck Taylor still watch you poop? No. Tom Edwards asks, is the capital of Kentucky pronounced Louisville or Louisville? Well, that's a trick question because Kentucky was actually a commonwealth. And the capital of Kentucky is Madison, Wisconsin. Linda Dram Walton said Dave Walton will be submitting a question when his brain returns. You know what, Dave? I didn't let that stop me. Buzz Hannon says, this is too funny, post on YouTube and see what happens. Well, Buzz, I posted on YouTube and I got 13 views. Not quite the Jenna Marbles 3 million views, but you know, you gotta start somewhere. David Steele says, bravo. Thanks, David. What is the one question you would want answered? What does Jenna Marbles look like naked? Mark Smith, will you ever get another one of those Scouts drive-in? No, I never will. And he says, P.S. in my pants. Mark, I see a trend coming here. Judith Flick Walton says, what's the next big thing going to be? And then Louise Tooth asked me, what is your secret for a great pot roast? And how big is the world's largest penis? Well, that's the next big thing, is having a really large penis. And how big is the biggest one? I'll be right back. Is that erect or flaccid? Which, by the way, is a question that's been asked to me very many times. No, I know this because I was watching the Oprah Network the other day. Really, seriously. And the largest penis belongs to a white man by the name of Jonah Falcone. It's 13.5 inches long, and there is a sort of a caveat there. It's the world's largest recorded penis. And it came to light, he was trying to get on a plane at Kennedy Airport, and the TSA stopped him and said, are you carrying a suspicious package? Buzz, that was for you. You know what? I once dated a woman named Pat Downs, and she worked for the TSA out at O'Hare, and she was always looking for a suspicious package. Remember, I used to see this woman up in Crystal Lake, and I once asked her how big was the largest penis she'd ever seen, and she said, well, let's see, it was about, that big. Thank you, Bob Saget. Hannah Honey says, how do heroin addicts keep their balance? Well, they fill up their pockets with your Rolex watches, iPhones. What day can we expect the world to end? It would, of course, be Wednesday at 2:30. Michael Paul Lecty, and I'll always pronounce it Lecty, and I love your sister Carla, and I don't know if I've been pronouncing it correctly all these years. I know some of the teachers used to say, is there a Michael Lighty here? So, but I'll continue to say Lecty. Is it true Ted Nugent and the Amboy Dukes spray painted the rocks at Peaks Cut? If so, if that's true, what year was that, and were you driving the getaway car? First of all, Mike, we were on motorcycles. Secondly, no, they didn't do that. Thirdly, I do know that Ted Nugent burned down St. John's High School. Steve Still, my good friend Steve Still, yeah! Who was Johnny Cougar's favorite backup singer? Well, the Johnny Cougar's favorite person in the band was Johnny Cougar. And why? Because he was a complete dick. Beth Steele said she's gonna, her friend Tommy Lafferty wanted to send me a video, and he did, and it had some very interesting questions in it, and his voice is amazing. And maybe next time I'll do the famous announcers test for you to see if you qualify to be a radio or television announcer. But he asked, of course, this question.
Now, my first question dates back to November 22nd, 1963. Now, that is the day of infamy when President Kennedy got shot. That's right. Now, my question is, if you remember right, there's been a lot of references to the grassy knoll. My question is this: is that knoll spelled like N-O-E-L, like Noel, or is it K? Is it with a K? Oh, yeah, it's bothered me for quite some time, and I'm so glad you got this service because I need to have those questions answered.
So you're still thinking about the grassy knoll. Tommy, you sound like a subscriber to the conspiracy theory, which I appreciate because that's another project I've been working on, the conspiracy theory, and it's got just tons of great articles in it, and you can get it almost anywhere. In here, one of the conspiracy theories is Osama bin Laden. Man or bearded woman? We don't know. Let's see. Then I have a friend, and I won't mention his name because he called me the day before yesterday and said, listen, don't ever use my name in one of your videos again. Not ever. I don't want to be associated with it. I think your humor kind of misses the mark, and it's left me just a little shaken. So I won't mention his name anymore, but if I want to refer to him, I'll just do this.
Thinking of you wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just want to tell you how I'm.
Hannah Honey asked, which brand of alto saxophone would you recommend? Well, I would find out what kind of saxophone that Clarence Clemens person played, and then I would not buy that one because it didn't work out for him that well. So that's everything for this episode, And I've decided, after looking at the last 2 episodes, that my new catchphrase at the end of each episode will be, drive safely. Always a good idea. So love your neighbor, and love their neighbor, and somebody, for God's sakes, please love me.